everyone. You're watching God, Sex, and Love. It's your girl, Miracle Sims. And tonight I am talking to my brother from another mother, a familiar face here on God, Sex, and Love, none other than my guy, my confidant, one of my dearest, dearest friends, Mr. Kelvin Sleepz Carter. So if you all are ready for this conversation, stay tuned.
That's right.
Hello, my name is Valencia Watkins of Valencia Watkins Productions, and I am casting. I'm sorry. Hello, my name is Valencia Watkins of Valencia Watkins Productions, and I am looking for the cast of my new hit stage play, Issues. Okay. I guess I need to start over again then. Can I start over again?
You again?
Yes, again, yes.
Oh, okay.
Get the fucking camera out my face.
If he wasn't so damn fine, I would have been kicked him off my set.
We victorious in our battle, but you have to believe that.
Sorry about that.
Okay, you guys can see me. I'm coming.
Ladies love the Wayne.
They need to learn that in theater, one day you're in, and the next day you're out.
Back to God, Sex, and Love. I am here with none other than my brother. I don't think he gives no other introduction here. You know what I'm saying? Man. My very good friend, Mr. Kelvin Sleepz Carter. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for having me on the show. It's been a while.
I know. I mean, you're a familiar face. I mean, it goes without introducing to a certain extent. But I mean, with this conversation, it's the 101. It's all about you. So,
wow.
So welcome to Guys, Sex, and Love.
Well, thank you for the opportunity, the invite. It's always a good time when we get together and talk. Usually it's about other topics and panel discussions, and so it's a different feel just being by myself.
Yep. Like I said, it's all about you, man. So I'm gonna get you to tell what everybody else says. Like, brother, could you please tell about yourself and what you have going on?
Oh wow, what do I have going? So there's a few things going on. Miracle likes to remind me that I am, I'm a busy person. So I'm going to start off on this particular thing first. So it's our project. More like her project, but it became our project.
Here you go, y'all.
But so some of you already have heard the story, saw our other interview about how it all came about. But in this project, our film, our movie, I am playing 5 different characters. Yes, 5 people, 5 personalities, 5 all of this stuff. And so I did present the idea. I know she was like, look, he said we should do it. But it was a interesting experience. Something I had never done before. I don't know why I pitched. I did. It hadn't been the Lord. But I was like, yeah, let's. But interesting experience because I had an opportunity to kind of learn a little more about acting and, uh, directing and sound and lighting and, all of these other important pieces to put in a project together. And, when you do a project, after you do something, you're like, okay, next time I can do this a little differently, or next time we could do this a little different. So, as you are growing in um, your passion, your love, your art, you find ways to grow and get better. And so, I would say after doing this project, and I can't wait to see the final edit. Uh, but it gets you more motivated to do other things. And so the future, more projects. But I say all that to say that we have a movie coming out, hopefully this summer, so that you all will also get the opportunity to see our hard work. We put in. Uh, well, should I say this? I think I'm gonna say it. Uh, we pulled the Tyler Perry and did a quick turnaround. you know, we didn't have as many cameras, but we definitely pulled it off in quick turnaround. Um, oh, what else I'm working on? So I do work in corporate America, and so a lot of my time is spent at my 9 to 5, as some people like to say. And so when I get an opportunity to do things like this, interviews or acting projects and stuff, then I take advantage of that time so I could still be in the craft so I don't forget anything. Um, Outside of my 9 to 5, I was casted for another project that should be coming out. I don't have the dates yet. It's like a podcast soap opera. The and Miracle is part of that cast as well. uh, I still got to plug her in. So based off of previous work, and people like, look, that dude, he know how to do a little something. So um, auditions are far in between that I have to do, uh, which is uh, what you told me about the me not auditioning.
Yeah. I mean, this guy has been blessed with several opportunities that he has not had to audition for, and that has not been my journey, and in acting. But again, everybody's experience is different, So we've established that this guy's an actor, regardless of what he says, because if you catch him on a good day, he might be an actor, he might not. Uh, Obviously, we
Look,
have this some type of relationship or something that has built over these years, where it's like, to be completely honest, like he, well, I mean, I try to share all the time with him, how I feel about him. But I guess let me just go ahead and establish here that yes, Kelvin is more than a friend to me. I think it's probably clear and whatnot, in our interaction and whatnot. He's more than a friend. I definitely call him my brother because, he's been a confidant, somebody I could talk
oh,
to, somebody that like, um, yeah, I mean, well, those that listen to me on the juice, listen to me on the juice. You know, I think I've shared with you all before that it's probably like a handful of people that I feel like I can just be open and honest about everything with, just be, I guess, totally me. And he's one of those people. And so Um, little did we know back in those days. What was it, 2010 or whenever that was?
Yeah, I think
Little
like
did we know
2010,
then.
2011.
Yeah, and it's like a lot of the times I feel like every time we get online, it's like I'm rehashing our origin. But I mean, obviously, there's much more to this guy that before me. You know what I'm saying? Before me. So I guess that's technically what this is about. All aspects of you and whatnot, and you know, beyond our relationship.
Right.
But who knows, man? You probably was the long lost brother that my mom. I think before she had me, she imagined herself having twins, and so I don't know if you're. I think what she said she was gonna call them Miraculous and Marculous. So are you Marculous? It feels that way sometimes. It does feel that way sometimes. Look, I won't tell my other little side thing. I guess I'll leave it alone because I continue to get joke. He brings my jokester side out, so I would. But let me hush. Let's get back to you. Let's get back to you
Okay,
and
okay,
your opinions, and in your life and everything. So where are you
okay.
from, and what do you tell us about all of that, Mr. Carter?
Okay. So, I am a native of Georgia. I'm actually from a place called Brunswick, Georgia. It's on the coast. People may not know Brunswick, but they may know St. Simon's Island, Jekyll Island. All of that's home. So, I would say that I am I'm something like an islander because I've been on the islands of Saint. So I spent a lot of my time on the beach uh, every weekend. So some of you that knows me know that I have some biracial cousins, and so their mom is white and their dad is black, and so their mom used to take us to the beach every weekend. So yeah, I'm a, like, how you got the Cali people. I'm in a sense like the Cali people because I was always at the beach. Um, so I spent most of, well, not, I would say most of my life. I'm trying to remember the years. Yeah, most of my life there. I did like move around. So I used to live in Maryland. I lived there twice, and then I'm a army vet, so I was in the military for a little bit, and then got out, and I was like, "What do I want to do with my life?" So school came like a career for me for a while, and and so a lot of people that know me, that's like, "Darn, you've been in school for a while. Like, how many degrees you trying to get, and this, and as long as somebody's paying for it, I will be in school." So I was a medical student for medical assisting, and then I ended up leaving that school and went to, because that was a private school. Tuition was crazy, so I decided that I wanted to go to a public school, so I didn't have to pay so much for tuition. So ended up going to the public school, and I was like, darn, it's taking a long time to get this associate. So I was like, let me go to a tech school. So went to a tech school, end up getting into the medical program there, which was a certified nursing assistant and patient care technician. Um, I was one of maybe like three students that they allowed to do the dual program. So I ended up graduating with honors from there. Um, as you heard, I'm in corporate America. It's like, so what happened? Why are you not in the medical field? Great question. So, the story of most people who graduate from some type of college, you try to get a job, and that's like, oh, well, you don't have any experience. It's like, well, that's why I went to school. I went to school so that I can have the education. And because I have the education, you're going to hire me and let me get the experience. No, they wasn't hearing it. So couldn't find a job. So I couldn't take the state board to get a license so that, that's the certified portion. So went back to the 4-year college to start back working on my associates. Then I ended up moving here to Atlanta. Um, After then, and that's where yours truly and I met for an audition. Well, I was auditioning. She was already a part of the cast or the ensemble. Uh, and so that's how we met. But up while I was here, I was trying to perfect my craft because I was definitely new into acting. So I was like, okay, where could I get some training and classes? And so first place I found out was Terry J. Vaughn, which you all know from like the Steve Harvey Show and uh, what is it, Menace to Society by Drinking Your Juice in the Hood, whatever that movie is. I always get them mixed up. Um, her and some business partner opened up this like lounge called the Green Room. And so they had different classes there for actors, writers, comedians, and they also had this open mic night there. So went in there, um, and it was crazy because let me tell you how sometimes God puts you in this circle. It's just crazy. So um, growing up, like, well, if you're young, you probably don't know, but unless you watch these shows. But growing up, you had a show of an all black cast called Living Single. On Living Single, you have this actor that went by Regine. Um, what is her? I forgot her real name. It was on my head, but it went somewhere.
Yeah, it just went over my mind as well right now.
Yeah, look, it was on my. But her character's name is Regine. So her mom has been, if you looked her up, her mom has been a director. So she's been in the industry for a long time. So, and this is how this ties to the circle, right?
Mhm.
So when I went there, found out that they were giving 3 free classes, 3 free sessions. I'm sorry, 3 free sessions in a class, and then you will, start paying. So I was like, "Oh, I'm about to go sign up for these 3 free sessions." Look, you got to do what you got to do when when you got the money. So 3 free sessions, right? So I went. The first session, dude was looked familiar. Didn't know who he was. I was like, okay. So we started going over sites and everything. Second day, then third day, and then he told us who he was, and I was like, interesting. So he is actually married to the actress that plays Regine on Living Single.
Mhm.
So I was like, oh, but that's neat. I said, so okay. So went through the 3 free sessions. Dude was so nice. It's like I was like, look, I want to stay, but I don't got the money. This and he was like, well, um, you good? I got you. Just keep coming. But I couldn't come because I didn't have any rides. So the opportunity changed for me. Some months later, I applied to be a stand-in for Tyler Perry Studios. Get on set. I'm playing like the stand-in for this young little kid. Of course, we the same height because I'm short, right?
Mhm.
So, and it was for the House of Pain. Remember the episode and everything. And so, but the crazy part about it is the shirt that I came in as a stand-in for. They ended up, I guess, getting that shirt or a similar shirt so that the actor can wear it in the scene. So I was like, that's crazy because he wasn't wearing it. But so so as a stand-in, let me give you a little background if you're not sure about stand-in work. So as a stand-in, your first job is to come in and watch the person that you're standing in for, to take notes. So because eventually you're gonna have to take their place and do the run through for the lights and the camera position and markings and sound and all of that stuff. So you have to take notes. And so when they have you going through the script, you're following the same routes and movements and stuff that the um, main actor, or I forgot what the terminology they use.
Team A, Team B.
Yeah, team A, team B, or first set, second set, whatever they use on the set. And so, first time doing stand-in work. So the lady who, one of the casting ladies, was like, okay, so this is what you do, you watch, and so I'm taking notes and stuff, and um, then well, we prayed before we got started doing anything. So that's one thing that I did admire being on that set, is they prayed before they started working. But after all of that, I ended up, it was my go. And so first time doing standing again. So I was nervous, right? So I'm on the backside, where the camera does not go unless it's some type of background shoot or something like that.
Mhm.
And so I'm on the backside. I'm like, okay, this is what you want to do. So this is me in my head talking to myself. So I'm like, so this is what you want to do? Okay. Now you submitted for this, so you can't leave. It ain't no walking away. You committed to this, so you got to do it. And so I'm like, darn. So I got to go in here. I got my stuff. So you know what? You need to set yourself aside. So when it's your turn, you go out there and you go to work. So I had to physically like do this, like I was picking myself up and setting myself aside. So when it was time to go, it was time to go. And then I found out that I ended up doing something good. And the lady was like, good job, Kelvin. I'm like, did she just learn everybody's name that was supposed to? I'm like, who is this? It's it was my acting coach's mother-in-law, the mother of the actress that plays Regine.
Mhm.
Kim Fields is her name.
Yes, yes, yes.
Kim Fields, because her name is Chip. They call her Chip.
Mhm.
And so I was like, that was my circle moment.
Yeah.
So after then, I definitely knew that this was a passion and love of mine, and I did not want to stop doing it. So whatever capacity that I could do it in, I was like, okay, let's do it. Let's go. Um, Now it's a little harder because the 9 to 5, but
Mhm.
I'm making it work. I'm making it work. So keep following your passion.
Mhm.
Uh, Something else about me.
Hey, it's all about
So,
you.
so what a lot of people, well, some people know, but a lot of people don't know this about me. But um, through my life, you all feel like, or some people know what their passion is, and some people don't. I feel like I'm in that middle piece along my journey, and but growing up, when I got my grandmother, I'll say this, my grandmother, she was one of those Southern Baptists. So we were always, whenever we went to stay to her house on the weekends, it was uh, Sunday school, church, and then my grandmother was the one, she would go to multiple churches that Sunday. We'll leave our church, we go Sunday school, um, the church service, and then she'd have to go to like another service or maybe two services. And so I've been in a lot of churches, right? And so as I got older, I felt the need to um, become more of a active person in the church. And so a lot of my, I would say, younger life, and this was like maybe 10 years ago, um, I was in the process of becoming a minister or a preacher. And a lot of things that I do now, even though I'm not in the, as they would say, title, because you have spiritual gifts and you have titles. And so some people operate in both. Some people just operate in the gift. Some people just operate in a title. And so I'll say all that to say is that, ministry will ever be a part of who I am. I feel like my life is an example, and some things that we go through is to help provide people information, so that they don't make the same mistakes. Or sometimes we're just here to make sure that they know that, there is a higher power. Um, and when I say higher power, for me, I say God, but I do know that there are other religions, um, other, faith based type of spirituality. And so to be able to connect with people across all walks of life, you also in ministry have to understand that you can still connect with people, by using certain words, not downing or not downing your religion, and your faith or belief, but I do believe that we still have to connect with people outside of, um, our spirituality, our religion, whichever one you connect best with. And so, um, ministry will be something that I will do as often as I can. I do feel like I'm spiritually led for a lot of different reasons. And not just for me, but just like anybody that I come in contact with. And one example, I have this, with Miracle, I told her a lot of stuff, and some stuff, I'll say, look, this is me saying this, and then there's other things like, look, Miracle, I feel like the spirit is telling me this or this, and she was like, huh? And I was like, yeah. Um, and a lot of people who know us know the story, but before she got engaged and married, um, I told her that that was going to be her husband, and she was like, "How you know? How you know?" I was like, "It came to me. I, it came to me. The Lord gave it to me. The Spirit um, gave it to me, and just like, okay." She was a little bit combative at first, but she was like,
We had just met. That's the
yeah.
part he's leaving out. So me and my husband had just met at that point. And yeah, so say that part.
Okay, they had just met, but the Lord know what the Lord is doing. Um, and so, and as her and her books and stuff, and she had, um, what's the title? The cultivation, the
Cultivate.
cultivation.
He knew me then. Kelvin knew me
Yeah.
probably towards the end of the cultivation, like midway in, maybe.
Hmm. These circles, I'm telling you. Uh, and so, along with ministry, I am part of the um, this organization that is founded and ran by Glamma, uh, Miss Evelyn, Mama. You know, she got all these titles too. And I am going to be participating in running the life group for young bro hunters. It's for 18 to 25, I believe. And I'm putting together, look, I'm a little different. So I'm putting together a agenda and everything, but you can contact me if you know anybody who needs any like one-on-ones or they want to participate in the group meetings as well. Um, you know, I will be providing my social media uh, so that you all will have that and so that you're able to contact me. I also like I do a lot of things. I like help my family and friends with finances. I believe in uh, financial literacy. So whether that's meaning like helping you come up with like a savings plan. I even had friends send me thousands of dollars just so they would not spend it because they know I was like, I can trust you. Hold on to this. I'm trying to save up this amount of money, and they don't bother me now because if they give me their word and say like, look, I want to save this much money. I'm going to send you these payments. I'm like, now once you send it, I'm not sending it back because your goal is to reach this amount. Now, of course, if there's some like something happens and um, you need the money, that's something totally different. But if you are somebody that is trying to strive to reach this financial goal and you are unable to do that yourself, then you need somebody like a Kelvin that's going to, make sure you stick to that savings plan. I've also done a lot in what my 30, I'll be 35 this year, so 34 years. And so I'm real well rounded when it comes to financial literacy. I had to learn a lot on my own when it comes to credit. Um, you know, I would say now don't get mad at me, folks, but I'm gonna say this because it's true. A lot of us in the Black community, if you consider yourself Black, African American, we don't talk about credit. We don't talk about, financial literacy. And so a lot of times when we sending our kids into this world and they want to apply for, a loan for whatever reason, I would stay away from those. But look, you got to do them, especially for like home loans, but personal loans, that's something totally different. Um, so they're trying to get loans or buy a house, get a car, a simple credit card. And so if they're not being taught this information, then they have to figure it out. And that's where you see a lot of people with credit card debt because they don't know that they're only supposed to use a certain percentage, depending on the total amount that they have available in credit lines. Um, so it is very important. So I help in that aspect as well. I had like a credit score like maybe four something um, years ago when I got my first apartment here in Atlanta. It was even hard to get an apartment. So when I got that apartment, I figured out I was like, look, this credit ain't it. So I went through a journey of building up my credit. So I learned different little tricks and things. Now I don't know everything. I'm not a credit professional, but I do have knowledge that I've gained through the years just with building my own credit. Now I'm somebody that's over 800. So just to let you know that I've journeyed a long way. um, and the other thing that I do, other than helping people with financial literacy and a little mentoring and counseling, a little um, life work. Uh, is I try to travel, and I love TV. So other than acting, I love. If you need some good shows, be recommended to watch. Other than ours, of course. Hmm. I got that too, and so hopefully, you all will be seeing me more with some other projects um, that me and my sister right here will be working on, and I do have some projects that I want to put out myself. That sister will still probably will be helping me with, but that is to come. I am a planner, so I kind of like to plan out things and get myself in order first. Along with that life work, if you need some help with some vision boards and all those good concepts, let me know. I got you there too. That's part of that life work. Uh, Sister, is there anything I'm leaving out for the good folks?
Oh, about yourself? Well, I mean,
Yes.
you're doing pretty good. You're doing pretty good, I guess. The whole episode, you just telling everybody what you do. So I mean, look, well, I'm glad you're finally acknowledging the things that God is doing with you, for you, and through you, sir. Because
Love.
yeah, as you say, you are doing quite a bit.
Mhm.
Um,
Oh, I forgot one thing.
oh,
So I am co-authoring a
hmm.
book. Um, it's in the well, it's written, but it's still in the developmental phase, right?
Mhm.
And it's a children's book. You know, we hired the plug, which is yours truly, to help us get this book out, and we let her know what the story. We kind of read what we had to her, and she was like, "Ooh, it's visual." So I think it's going to be a good book that for the ages. I mean, well, if they're younger, the parent just gonna have to read them if they can't read yet. But we definitely feel like it is a book up from, we'll say, maybe 5 to middle school. So about, what's that, 14, 15, something like that. Um, so I am excited about that. I can't give too much more information yet, but it is a children's book.
All right. Look, first of many books, I guess. I mean,
Look, yeah,
everybody's
yeah.
becoming authors, right? It's funny you call me book.
Look, look. So
Okay.
I do have some. Look, I do have some other books in developmental phase as well. So those are just going to be me as the author, and I have one that I was telling her that I wanted to do a um I forgot, but it's going to have many writers in it, so it's going to have many
Mhm.
co-authors in there. So I'm really really excited about that one book, and I can't give it out, but I'm really really excited because of the information that's going to be in here. Again, as I mentioned, that um, I've been here. I believe that I've been put here on earth to help people, and that's why I've been gathering all of this knowledge and experience so that I can share to you all. So look, maybe I guess I need to talk to sister about, being on some more panel discussions, and so I can bring you into some information that will help you through different aspects of your life. And look, hey, if you have questions about anything that I've, brought up, talked about, that you want to hear more about, So go ahead and shoot sister a comment, DM, a message somewhere, email, and we can put together a panel discussion or look another one-on-one and talk about that topic. Um, you know, that's how you want to see me a little more. Other than our projects, ask about me, tell me to come. Uh, People on the juice, if you're watching the juice too, or listening, uh, you know, say, hey, Miracle, where is Kelvin Sleepz Carter at? And she'll let me know, and I'll come on and discuss some things with y'all. Even though that I'm on the 9 to 5, I will definitely make time because I'm here for the people, and in a way that I can help the people. I am how the church people say it. I am charged. Look, I am charged. Um, but seriously, I am here to help any way that I can. Now, I'm not a Bible quoter, but if you need a good word, I definitely I can give you a good word. Now you're gonna have to go back and find the scripture for it, but I can give you a good word.
Lord help us. This guy right here, I'm telling you. Well, I mean, there's quite a bit to comment on and whatnot. But
Look,
hey,
what you thinking, sister? What you thinking? You need me to elaborate on something. What you thinking?
no, I don't need to elaborate.
Look, y'all already know us. We every time we get together, we gonna have a good time, laughter, jokes, all of that good stuff. But this is has truly been a um I don't know even how to put it in words, like a life changing friendship. So I have a lot of friends, and look, I have a no. I say that because you know you have you have friends for a lot of different reasons, and you have people that comes into your life for a lot of different reasons. And so my other friends are everybody after a while. Look, if it's been past 10 years, you are basically family. And so I have this artsy part of me, um this artsy side, is something that you keep ignited, like you're like the flame to that artsy side, that to that passion. Um and I think that if it had not been for the Lord, if it had not been for you, um and of course the Lord, to connect us, and then I don't know, if I would even still be like doing acting and um, anything as far as like arts on whether it's television, TV, film, theater, like all of that. So because of her, I actually done my first stage play, because her connecting us doing work, and connecting with some of the individuals that she came that she built relationships with, working herself. And so hey, Miss D. uh and so uh that was that was experience, because Miracle's background is theater, right? And I've never done theater uh before that for that stage play. So I had to learn like theater stuff in the process of learning um the role, the lines, and yeah, it was nice. I wouldn't mind doing it again. I wouldn't. It's a different. It's definitely a different feel. Definitely a different feel. Um, that might not be a bad idea.
Listen, I ain't standing you because we already have plays and
Look,
stuff. So, and
we do,
Mama done
we
been
do.
getting on me for the past few years about us doing a play. So I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But anyway, and
Look.
all talk about life change. Now I know now. I know my life has changed because of you. I didn't know you felt that way because of me. Because I sometimes I don't even know about this guy. I feel like I'm gonna leave you alone. But okay, the feeling's mutual. It's nice to know that now.
Look, I told you that. I really don't express feelings much.
Mhm.
Um, and so, uh, Miracle is she's a little more, um, not like emotional crying wise, but she's more attached to her emotional side. So she expresses her feelings and things of that nature. I'm trying to get there. Um, it's a work in progress for me. We came from I guess now we're considered old school.
Mhm. Right.
I was talking about that today. Now we kind of considered old school because the new generation and stuff like that. But men wasn't taught to be emotional, and if he was emotional, then all these other stuff. And so now, getting older, growing up, it's like, it doesn't matter, guy, girl, if you have something going on, um, you need to express your emotions. You need to get it out. Don't hold on to that stuff. Let that stuff go. Look, I ain't trying to come preach today. But
Let the Lord use you.
let that, well, let that stuff go. And so everything that you're taught as a kid, just because your family, parents, grandparents, whatever, felt like that was the best way to go, that's not always true. That's not always correct. And so at a certain point, you have to align yourself and figure out what's good for you and you and yours. um and yeah, let that stuff go so that you can be free. You don't have to be holding all of this stuff inside. And so, um, I'm saying all that to say is, I'm trying to become a little more emotional and express my feelings. And so, yes, that's how I feel, Miracle.
Well, I tell him all the time, well, I am here for you as you have been for me. At least, I hope that you would see that. But I mean, uh, I'm letting you know that I want to be, because,
Yeah.
like you said, what you said is very important. And again, for me, I've, like I said, you one of them few, that handful where I feel like I could express myself with, for whatever reason, like, because we met so randomly, and I felt like even when we were just messaging each other, back in those days, we were kind of talking about a lot of deep stuff at that time,
Hmm.
and everything. And so I don't know, like I can't even remember like where the transition went from hi fellow actor to hey all my life journey. But but again, I mean, I think it well, obviously you provided a safe space, and sometimes that's what people need as well. Like they need,
Hmm.
people to, you know, uh, be that safe space for people, be that listening ear. Like maybe, I had to learn too. There was, people that maybe they didn't necessarily need my advice. They probably just needed my ear, things like that. And so,
Hmm.
I mean, I guess determining like different people and who you're dealing with, and what kind of relationship I guess you can have with them. Um, I guess maybe that. So that's why I feel some kind of way because I'm over here like, well, don't like, I guess you ain't feel like, I don't. I guess I haven't provided a safe enough space for y'all. I was like,
Look, I'm about to say no, not at all. It's not that at all. And And it's funny that you say the safe space, right?
Mm,
And I think it's just like how God created me. It's like because a lot of people do navigate towards me, and they do talk about those personal things that happened to them, whether it's something that was in the past, present, um, and like you're saying, some of them just need the ears, some people need advice, but they feel that with me to wherever they can come and express themselves because they know that, he's not going to judge me, or I don't have to feel some type of way after I, spill all of this stuff. And when I tell you that as a kid, I had adults coming and confiding in me.
mm,
And, of course, I didn't go off and like, oh, well, this, that, and the third or whatever. But it's something now that is something that it is very natural and second nature where people will come to me and they'll just start just it's just flowing out.
mm,
Um and I think this it's just that, oh, look, I about to it's it's just that I'm sorry, my screen went off, but it's just that peace. What is going on here?
mm, mm.
Look,
Listen,
the
listen.
enemy
Finna
trying to
stop nothing
look.
on today. We finna hear this on today.
We gonna hear this word.
Yes.
Look, let me get this together real quick, y'all. Okay, all right. So, I believe that it's the peace that God gave me in my spirit, and it's just like radiating out. And you know, people do need somebody to talk to. There's a lot of people that's depressed and either they committed suicide, they are attempting, um, they got all this anger and stuff. Oh, and that's why we're talking about letting that stuff go. And with you holding on to that, and that's how depression and all the other stuff come on. As a kid, I was somebody that was battling um, the I had the bacterial, what they call H. pylori. But what happens is um, you get this bacteria and it causes ulcers, stomach ulcers. And then as it gets worser, it becomes bleeding ulcers. And so what I found out for me that I had to change about me is when you hold on to that negativity, the hate, um, pain, internal pain, it starts eating at you on the inside. And so I had to get the medicine for to take out the that bacteria that causes ulcers. And what I've learned through the years is you got to let that stuff go. And people talk about forgiveness, and you can connect that anyway spiritually, if you would like. But when you holding all of that negative hate and um, hatred and self-worthiness and all of that stuff, it does something to the inside. And if you got all of that stuff in the inside, how do you want something clean and pure and blessings and all this stuff come in if you just holding on to all that negativity? So um as I was getting older, I was learning how to um let that stuff go. And when you learn to let that stuff go, love blessings after blessings after blessings after blessings. and and I can tell you, and I'm not saying this to brag, I'm not saying this to be boastful or anything, but when I first moved to Atlanta, I was sleeping on people's um It was the floor. It was a box spring, not the mattress, but the box spring. Um, blow up mattresses, couch. Working at a fast food restaurant, making as a server. So I was making like $2 some change, plus tips, and it wasn't a high traffic area. And so, um, I went through all of that for like the first almost a year. Yeah, about a year. And then I was able to get my apartment. After that, throughout the years, I just started elevating. And then I came to a place where I went down. So I went to making like $12 and some change to applying for a new job. And it's like, oh, we're gonna pay you $9.50. And sitting in there, I was like, wow. I was like, okay, I needed the job. Then he's like, you know what? I'm gonna pay you $10. He gave me 50 more dollars. I mean 50 more cents. And I was like, okay. So I went to their job like I do any job and make sure I do my work. I got promoted the first week in training for another job.
Mm.
Another position at that job. So I went from making $10 to $11 and some change. So I was
Mhm.
like, darn, within the first week, okay. Lord, you're trying to get me back to 12 something dollars. Um, and so just say that once you start letting all this stuff go, you're making room
Mm.
for those blessings, for something new to come into your life. And I had to let a lot of stuff go that I was holding on in the past. I had to let
Mm.
all that stuff go. And when you let that stuff go and make room for these new things, then as you get more, don't forget you need to give more, bless more. Um, Now I'm not old school in a sense to where, um, people talk about, if you a frequent Sunday church goer, um, you know, you talk about tithes and offerings.
Mm.
My tithes and my offerings is my time and my money, right? And so it's not going to a particular church to where I'm sending them this money, but it is going to people.
Mm.
It's going to people. And so um if you know me, you know that, if I give my word, I'm going to be a man of that. And I'm going to come and, help, whether that's me giving my time, listening, me giving my time, listening and providing feedback, um, me supporting your business or something financially. But if I'm led to do something, I'm going to do that, just that. Whatever God the spirit gives me, I'm going to follow through. And um, prime example, there's somebody I don't even know, and I was like, you know what? I felt led to do this, and I did it. And if I tell you it, sometimes I might can't do it at that moment, but trust and believe. The spirit will remind you, and it will remind you. It's like, oh, remember, you said you're gonna do this. This is how you're gonna do it. So it's
Mm.
all in timing as well. So, but I ain't come here to preach today. I just want you good peoples to know that and there's a few messages that you know that
Mhm.
happened today.
Mhm.
Forgiveness, um, letting things go so that you can make room for new blessings to come. Last but not least, and it's going to be one that you should follow at all times. Stick with your passion, um, and it's going to make you happy. there's some stuff you're gonna do that you're not gonna be excited about, like 9 to 5s, but keep working on at your passion. And so eventually you're gonna be like the boss right here. Look, you're gonna be like the boss right here, making your own schedules and business owner and watch the Lord bless you. Bless you real good.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kelvin Sleepz Carter. Goodness gracious. No, I usually ask if there's anything else you would like to say, but I feel like you just wrapped it up and dropped the mic on us. I mean, is there
Well,
anything else you would say?
Look, catch us on CYOW on Facebook. You can also catch us on thecastmovie.com. I am on I ain't gonna say all social media platforms, but I'm on most of them. But you can find me on Instagram, Sleepz Carter. I believe that handle tag. Look, why I'm sounding I believe that handle tag is I am Sleepz. And you can find me on Facebook. I'm on there, Sleepz Carter as well. Sleeps on everything. Twitter, I don't be posting that on Twitter, but I'm on there too. I don't know the name, but I'm on there. Just follow me on Instagram and Facebook.
Thank you for coming to GSL, brother.
Well, thanks for having me again. It is a pleasure. Reach out, panel discussions. I'll be happy to come back. And for you who are watching, whatever platform that is, make sure you are subscribe, you are commenting, you are liking, you're doing all of that stuff. And, shoot me a message on social media. Say, hey, I saw the show, or hey, I would like your services in a particular area, and I'll be happy to assist.
Thank you so much for watching God, Sex, and Love. And thank you to my brother, Kelvin Sleepz Carter, for joining me for this conversation today. I hope that you all enjoyed getting to know him a little bit more. And stay on the lookout for him and his endeavors.